Hi, you both.
Hey,
How you doing? You all right?
Thanks. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for joining us today, Phil Gillen, Eastern Film fans. Thank you very much. Firstly, I don't know why my camera's not on. That's how rude of me.
There you are.
That would help, wouldn't it? It's all right. I had my other fellow interviewing Scott. And stuff, and he had problems with Scott, and then I jumped on this because he had to get back for his kids. You know, that's the real world out there. It's
yeah.
Thanks for joining us today. This is excellent. Thank you.
No worries. I'm Harry, by the way.
Yeah, and George.
Yeah. Do you know what?
That's me.
I know, and I recognise the faces, and the reason is because I've got a question for George, and
Go
I
on.
wanted to make sure I got the right one. So yeah, I did my research. I know which is which. So.
Good.
Some of us do our research, you know, some don't.
It's easy. I'm the good-looking one. Yeah.
By the way, Phil, I like the glasses. We've got the glasses that go across all of us.
Oh
here.
Yeah. Firstly, let's kick off with Accident Man 2. I've seen it. It's excellent. It ups it from the first one as well, which is fantastic. I'm a massive action kind of scene man. I love my action, and there's plenty of it in this film. And that's what I love. I know the fans are going to love it. My question, really, the first question is, how did you get involved in the project? Because obviously you two guys, lesser known from a directing point of view, big feature. I mean, this is a big feature. It's got Scott in. It's a big feature. How did you become involved in the project, and what drew you to it?
Well, so we've been kind of directing together, making YouTube shorts for like the last 10 years.
Yeah. Typically
kind of actiony, geeky type stuff. So it was like, we had some Batman in there, some X-Men fan films, a few original shorts and stuff. But George is obviously a stuntman as well. We've been working in the industry for about 10 years as well. And so George had kind of met Scott through working on Doctor Strange, where he was the stunt double for Benedict Cumberbatch. And Scott was on that film in that movie. So we kind of had a connection to Scott that way. And then we'd made a proof of concept for an action film that we'd written. So we wanted to see if we could get Scott to be in that film. So we showed him the short for it, and he really enjoyed it. It was like, show me the script, all that kind of stuff. Short version is he basically was like, I don't want to play the character you want me to play. So we were like, fine, no problem. And he was like, look, hopefully I get to work with you again in the future, lads. We were like, cool. And then 2 weeks later, we get a phone call, and he's like, actually, how do you feel about coming to direct Accident Man? Hitman Holiday, or Accident Man 2, it was at the time.
Yeah.
And so Scott kind of really gave us our opportunity, which was very kind of him. So he kind of, went to Sony and to Samuel Goldwyn and said, what do you think of these guys? And then they gave us the go-ahead, and that's how it happened.
It's all about knocking on the door sometimes. Like you say, it's just, a short, there you go, you want to do that. He saw someone, I think cogs were turning, knowing Scott, and I've interviewed him a couple of times, had it in the back of his head and went, these guys have got something, went away, and then let's do something.
Keep him alive. Your mummy just hired me to protect you, okay?
I'm not safe with you. You are a magnet for psychos. You look like melted Ben Affleck.
George, coming to you, because I've seen your background, especially from a stunt point of view. I know some fantastic features that you've been on and worked with, Holby City, Peaky Blinders.
the big ones, yeah.
Right up there, isn't it? Right up there. Was there a transition for you to direct? And obviously, you're together, you're working, you're directing, you're doing things together. But obviously, you were a major kind of stunt player, for many a year. Was it an easy transition to do that? Was it something you wanted to do? How did you become part, a director?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously, like I said, as I was starting my stunt career, simultaneously, we were, so in between jobs and stuff, we're always trying to make a new short, especially for YouTube, we were trying to do like 3 shorts a year at least, sort of thing, and just really try and hone our craft and learn all our filmmaking skills and stuff. So I think and at the same time I was moving along the stunt industry as well, and learning lots from that side of things in terms of how to create action and how to set it up and how to be safe and design action on that front. So I think it was simultaneously we were developing all the skills that we needed to be able to do action hopefully we've kind of brought all those skills together, into this, hopefully into this film.
I think you have. Well, I can testify to it. I know the fans will.
Thank you.
I was going to say you brought it all. I mean, it is wall-to-wall action. There's some outstanding scenes in it. I think I love Bo Fowler as a clown and stuff. It just cracks me up. I love the kind of it's just great. It's great. How did you come about, and how did you look at the scenes? Was it something that you were conscious of the fact you worked with Scott from a fight cover point of view? Was it a collaboration? How did that come about?
I mean, it was,
etc. George,
it was very much a collaboration.
We had so many great people, so many talented martial artists and fight choreographers, coordinators and stuff. So between, there was, myself, there's Scott was very heavily involved in choreography, Andy Long, Sam Mack, Hong Dan Dong, Tim Mann, anyone else? I think, and basically it was kind of a real collaborative effort. Everyone pitching ideas. Best idea wins, and kind of just let it develop to the best thing it could be. And really try to utilize each performer's sort of skill sets. We had Sarah Chang, who was has a very strong wushu style, so we kind of lean into that. And Bo, like you said, he's a great performer. He's a martial artist, in his own right. But obviously he had a slightly different kind of role to play. He was less martial artsy and more brute force, Looney Tunes character. So we just tried to kind of incorporate, as many different styles and stuff. So each fight was tried to make each fight kind of unique in its own way. And obviously we have Andy Long fighting Scott at the end as Ayumi, and we definitely wanted that one to be the straight martial arts, hand to hand. Two guys top of their game, going for it. And Andy Long, is incredible performer, a really talented guy, and he brought so much to it. Him and Scott really kind of took that fight and they made that their own sort of thing. They worked out most of the choreography for that fight themselves.
We were just kind of geeking out while we're trying to direct, but watching these two just do these insane 360 spin kicks and things.
I was going to say, you sit there, how we go, this is great, you just crack on, guys. But you can see the collaborative effort. I mean, Eastern film fans watch a lot of, thousands of Hong Kong movies over the years. You can see that the influence is there because you can see the style. You can see, and what I love about it is what I love about this and what I don't so much like about the, American movies, those quick edits and stuff. You see the fight scenes in this, you see the camera work is there. You get to see the action, which is great from our point of view as fans. And that's what we love to see.
I'm a professional killer. And it's a dirty job. But I'm happy to get my hands bleeding filthy for the right price. Needed to keep my head down after what happened back in London, so I grabbed my fake passport and hopped on the first flight to anywhere, which turned out to be Malta. There's more people need killing in this corner of the world than I can keep up with.
I might be able to help you out.
This is our lab, where he trials all of his new techniques and where I can have a bash at seeing if they're actually going to work in the real world.
Go!
How'd you find me, Ray?
I heard that you've got a nice little earner going on down here.
Nothing we got going on down here is going to bother you.
You have bothered me.
No pain, no gain, eh, mate?
I think some of the other elements of the film that quickly I'd like to talk about. Sarah Chang as well, who's got that Pink Panther element to it. It's brilliant. I mean, I've said as soon as it happened, it's a Pink Panther. They're rifting on that. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I mean, was it an idea that sprung up? Was it something that was already there that was scripted, or was it developed on the way as you went into the movie?
Scott and Stu very much. I mean, especially Scott. He loved those movies. He really wanted to put something like that in there.
Pay a bit of that homage to
and it works out well for us because the people that are old enough to remember those characters appreciate it. And then there's a whole lot of a younger audience that are just I'm going to know and just be like, cool, this is a funny character kind of thing. So it worked out well. But it was definitely Scott was definitely inspired by that.
Yeah, it's a nice touch for us that are old enough to remember it and nice nod and a wink to that. And why not? Why not steal from the best? If you're going to do it, do it. You know what I mean? Why not steal it? You put your own spin on it. It's new for a new generation. Let's call it that.
Is it dead?
He is now.
All right, Mike, nice weekend.
Not really, mate, no.
It's refreshing, and it's good to see the kind of this film give something different as well, because you could go out like, let's go to the next action scene, but it's driven by a story as well, which is great, and Scott drives out, and the rest of the cast, which is wonderful to see. I guess looking at what's next then for you, have you got any plans as the Kirby brothers of something in the pipeline that you're looking at next? You're just concentrating on this promo and stuff, or you've got things in the pipeline, one you'd like to do, or you've got things lined up, or now maybe it's a platform for you to do the things that perhaps you want to do and you're interested in, more so from, you might do your shorts, but feature film wise.
Well, a bit of a mix of everything you just said there, really. So
Yeah.
we've got a potential project in the works. It's being discussed, and a few studios are looking at it and stuff. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Had a couple of offers as well for some more action stuff, which is great. I know as our dream project in the future would be we grew up on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We'd love to do a Ninja Turtles.
Come on, yes,
with plenty of martial arts.
Can we get Ernie Reese back in?
Stuff, so that would be yeah. So yeah, I mean, like that first kind of live action with the proper costumes and stuff was like we loved that film growing up. So exciting times at the moment, and obviously as well, just kind of excited for Accident Man to be out on the 14th. So we're we're nice and busy, which is good. Yeah.
No, it's cracking. That's cracking. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Who's your favourite turtle film?
Michelangelo.
Really?
Nice. Yeah,
okay, nice.
Party dude. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Everybody's, you're always going to win, aren't you? I remember the live action one, like it was yesterday, and I still love it today. It's still got that quirkiness. Do it. We love that. I guess time is short, and I'm going to throw this question at you, and sometimes to give people enough time to think about it. So think about it while I'm asking the question, and whoever goes first, the other one's going to take a bit longer. So here it is. The Eastern Film Fans question, and the final question is, if you're stuck on a desert island and you could only take 3 films with you, and it can be any genre, don't be swayed, any genre, what 3 films would you take?
Okay, so one definite for me is Back to the Future. I just grew up with that film. Absolutely love that film.
Yeah.
You want to do one of yours, Judge?
It would probably be one of yours, but the original Matrix film, the first Matrix film,
nice.
Absolutely blew my mind. Definitely, it was that was a game changer for me.
Yeah.
I'd put as a sci-fi. I suppose Back to the Future, but sci-fi Aliens was one of them. I grew up loving that film.
Yeah. It's quality.
And then the third one, to put like a martial arts film there, just because I mean, it's more of a fantasy martial arts, but I just think it's so beautiful. Is Hero? I love Jet Li. I love that film. I just as well as all the kind of fantasy martial arts, the colours, just the
set design,
everything. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, nice choices.
It's
difficult when you think about it. You think about it. I'll talk for a little bit. I've spoke to lots of people, and they come up with wide variety of different things. Benny Chan did The Godfather, I think, and things like that. Just completely side off track and stuff. People come out with some bizarre. I can't remember what Scott's was. I'm sure Jaws was in there and stuff. But yeah, it's when you put on the spot, it's like, what 3 films? No, if we ever talk again, you can change it up. So don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm racking through all my favourite Jackie Chan films, and I mean, Police Story was just like, when I saw that, I was like, wow, this guy is incredible. That was
it's pretty
again one of those ones where you had to keep rewatching. So definitely Police Story, and then I mean, again, we're big fantasy. I love fantasy and sci-fi and stuff. So I mean, Lord of the Rings or Empire from Star Wars.
It's classic, isn't it? Yeah,
classic.
I mean, look, you can't any of those and stuff. You're going to take
exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, look, if we chat again and stuff, you can think about it. I'll ask you again.
Right.
Come up with 3 more. That's the fun of it. Thank you for taking time out. Love the T-shirt, by the way. That's cool.
Thank you.
And
the last season was amazing. The late season.
Well, welcome. I wish you every success with the movie. It will go down a storm. I know with the fans. I know our fans will love it over here as well. So I can't wait, and I can't wait to see what you do next. I look forward to it. So thank you very much for taking time.
Thank you, Phil.
today.
Thank you, Phil.
Good to speak to you again.
Enjoy the rest of your day and take care. And I'll speak to you soon. Yeah.
See you later.
Cheers, Phil.
All right. Take care. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.